So hello and welcome back to the channel everyone. I hope that you all are well and you're having a nice time. So I'm back with another video, and this has been obviously coming out after a while. I've missed the past two game weeks in specific terms, if I talk about that. And the reason for that was I was away on a TVC shoot, so it was very hectic. I was working back to back, so I needed time to process things. And in those terms, obviously FPL went a little downhill because I had to made rush transfers, as I was not aware of the games. I was just looking at the scores because on sets it is understood that you have to be awake at nights, at days, and when you are focused on that project, you do not have the time to look at the games and stuff. But now I am finally back, and the FPL, the UCL Fantasy, and all of it will continue. There was 2 videos break in the FPL too, so I just wanted to clear that with you all. Hope you guys had some great game weeks and better than mine. We will be looking at those game day points. I'll talk about them. I'll shed some light on them, and then we'll talk about obviously the game week 18 and how it went for me this week. Meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, please do that and help me reach 1500 subs sooner. I am now back, and the videos will be coming back to back on the channel too. So yeah, on my screen currently is the DRAFTHOUND platform, and as you can see, this is a fully loaded platform where you can get so many features: assistant manager, player rankings, fixture analysis, player comparisons, and predicted lineup. It just makes life easier when you are someone working a lot and you do not have a lot of time to check out on the stats and stuff. This website gives you those analysis and those those predictions from where you can filter out your pick and just go for it that particular week. So you just have to click on the link below and be redirected towards their platform, and once you are on their platform, you can get a hold of these amazing features. There are the free features and the premium features available as well. There are discounts going on currently on some of their features, so some of their plans specifically, so you can obviously sign in and get all those. Now we'll start the video. Obviously it has been a while, so I will be very careful while speaking, not to make any blunders. I'll first show you the match day, the game week 18 points, and then we'll discuss the game week 19 shithousery obviously that I currently have in my team. There is a lot of shit that I have to deal with this week, which is one free transfer specifically. Now going to game week 18, currently I had 47 points and the game week is done. Thankfully I went for Solanke, who got me 17 points. Salah with the armband got me 14 points. Martinelli, a disappointer. Saka, another disappointer. Gordon, another disappointer. And then Diaby, obviously he has to be the most disappointing one. Archer on my bench at 8. Ariel on my bench at 8. 16 points on my bench. And the rest of the team, you can see it is just shit numbers. 3 from the goalkeeper, 2 from the defender, 1 from Lascelles, and 1 from Simicas. The midfield went downhill, and the 2 up front weren't as good as they should have been either. So yeah, this has been my team so far, and just 47 points. Obviously these things have to go downhill with such points, and you can see the red ones all around. This is pretty shit stuff, but we have to bring things back to life now, and I will be making transfers very carefully. And my plans are let me just refresh the team first, and I'll tell you what my plans are for the week. But first we have to fix the team and align them according to the games they have. I will start Dubravka in goal, and then obviously Pedro Porro is going to stay in versus Brighton. Not a fixture I'm looking forward as in terms of a clean sheet points, but you can see attacking returns from Pedro Porro, and that was one reason why I brought him in. I paid the 5.5 million price tag for him. Then Lascelles has got and Nottingham Forest. There is a doubt that he might not start, but that is just a little probability. If he doesn't, I've got Kabure coming in, who's got Sheffield United, so I would obviously not be very concerned about Lascelles not starting, but if he does, those are additional points. Simicas is someone that I might lose value on, and I would have to sell him this week, and I'll tell you who I am willing to go for. Trent Alexander-Arnold obviously is one in my mind, but I'll tell you what my plans are moving forward. Then looking at the midfield, I've got Gordon starting versus Nottingham Forest. There's Saka versus West Ham United. Martinelli, who has been very disappointing, but I am still willing to give him a couple of chances before I take him out completely. Salah has got Burnley. Just one more fixture, then he'll be away for AFCON, and then there is Diaby, there's Darwin Núñez up front, and Solanke up front. Darwin Núñez, Diaby, To be honest, Gordon and Martinelli, these are the players that have been very shit for my side, and these are some players that I would have to take out very soon. Now, the initial plan this week is to bring Saliba back into the side. I will bench Tsimikas, and then I will start Archer and go for Diaby. Now, I have one free transfer, and obviously the armband would be on Salah versus Burnley. Now the initial idea was to take out Tsimikas and just go for obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold, but that would be a barrier for me. If I do that, I would not be able to move for Haaland for game week 20 if he returns in game week 20. He's got a good fixture. Obviously, you can see that he's got Sheffield United at home, and I wouldn't want to miss out on that. So initially, what I would do this week, I'll just take out Tsimikas from the side. Let me just fix that quickly. The idea was to go for Colville this week, who's obviously they are not keeping a lot of clean sheets, but he is a good bench option. I will take him out of the side, and that way I would have 8.3 million in the bank. And with 8.3 million in the bank, I will take out Darwin Núñez next week. I would obviously not lose out some of the bank, because Tsimikas and Colville both are at the same price, and this week he might fall. So I'll just do a like-to-like replacement in terms of the price. I will go for Colville, and the idea would be to bring back Haaland immediately in game week, obviously in game week 20, and he will just come in to replace Darwin Núñez. I then still would have 1.9 million in the bank. Obviously, moving for Trent Alexander-Arnold, things would be a little problematic for me. That way, I wouldn't bring Haaland easily, and then I would have to sell Salah. Obviously, I would have to sell him at some point in that Bournemouth fixture, but I would still hold on to him for that Newcastle game, and after that, I can use a one free transfer, removing him from the side, and I could go for the likes of Foden, or could go for the likes of Julian Alvarez in that particular week. So this week I like to transfer that I was looking in terms of the price. Colville coming into the side, and he'll be benched versus Crystal Palace. I'll play the rest of the team. I could use Colville versus the likes of Crystal Palace, or versus the likes of Luton or Fulham, expecting a clean sheet, which is very hard from Chelsea currently, but that is what I could expect from them. And then obviously after a couple of game weeks, Diaby and Martinelli are the players that would have to go. Martinelli still has good fixtures, but his points are not as good as his fixtures suggest. So that is one reason why I'm still giving him time, because of those green fixtures. But Diaby has been pretty disappointing, and I would have to take him out of my side. There are so many good options to double up with. I could go for Foden in the longer run. I could go for Julian Alvarez back up front, taking out Archer, but I would obviously need money for that. So Martinelli would obviously go out of my side in the longer run if he doesn't start performing. So initially this week was the idea was to take out Tsimikas and just go for Colville, because I didn't want to lose value on him. Let me just fix the team back, and then we'll set it again. Saliba has to come in, Diaby has to go out. I'll play Archer instead of Tsimikas, and then Tsimikas is to be replaced by the like of Colville. And that way I would be able to save that 0.1 million that I had in mind. And in game week 20, when Haaland is expected to be back, Darwin Núñez is directly going to go out, and then I can go for Haaland up front easily. Son is also probably leaving for the AFCON, so we would have to keep that in mind, but that is a probability obviously. And then obviously I could get rid of Martinelli and clearly bring in Richarlison, who is a forward playing listed as a midfielder for Martinelli. That is one option. There are options from the likes of Manchester City to double up with them. So there are a lot of options that I could get rid of Martinelli and Salah. There is obviously Bowen, there's obviously Kudus. There are a lot of options to replace these two in the longer run. But that is how I could avoid that -4 and just go for Haaland easily instead of Darwin Núñez in game week 20. So these initially are my transfer plans for the week. For this week, there is only one free transfer I will use to save the 0.1 million for my bank, and obviously there won't be a much change. I have 8.3 million in the bank that would remain, but I wouldn't lose that 1.1 million, and I would have to take a -4 hit next game week to bring in Haaland. So these were the initial plans. I hope you liked the video. Let me know what are your plans, and let me know what are the players that are on your hit list that you want to move on in case you take out Salah. Obviously you would have to take out Salah. Nobody's going to keep him for 2 or 3 game weeks. because he costs too much. We can then strategize to bring him back in. So these are the initial plans. Let me know what are your plans and what are the players that you are looking to bring into your side. So thank you all for watching, and I hope that you end up with green arrows this week.